Guten Tag gamers, just wanted to announce that I'll be joining the second Harmacists campaign streams on probably Wednesdays at 10 AM EST, 3 PM GMT. If you don't know what the Harmacists is, it's an Arknights based D&D campaign with other creators, so check it out this week. Or if you're watching this later, check out the VODs. That being said, please like and subscribe. Normally I ask at the end of the video, but you may not like me by then, so please do that now while you haven't been offended yet. Now then, let's dance. Okay, I'll be real. I find it kinda cheating to put these two dinguses in a list like this. They are so clearly meant to be hated. Psycho Russian zombie controller child who put other children in a school fight pit was having the time of his life when they all murdered each other. Clearly he got the Roses axe once in an Elden Ring playthrough and went mad with power. Can't really blame him for that.
Fuck.
Rattle 'em, boys! Oh my Jesus.
Or the incredibly subtle no German scientist. Like, this is just hate bait. They're on here, but they're bait. That's bait. Oh my god, look! It's Hypergriff's favorite child! Chen is so annoying. This self-righteous blue push-pop cosplayer just shows up everywhere. She shows up event after event, chapter after chapter, story after story, and does she develop? No. She only mellows out a tiny bit when she's on vacation. Cool, so do I. Taking a week off work doesn't suddenly make you a good character or a different person. Cultset reminds me of one of those kids in high school who thought they had the whole world figured out when they didn't really know anything. Bingus's ugly cousin is constantly throughout the main story being a colossal prick to the Doctor, who has lost all memories of their past self. I'm sorry, but the Doctor's not the only one with blood on his hands. Kal clearly does too. But she thinks she has the right to look down on the Doctor and everyone else constantly. The only saving grace for her was when she actually had to shut the fuck up in Lone Trail. Her monologues are also responsible for half of the people who don't read the story, as is shown by this helpful graphic I made. Which means Cultset is also killing my content. Truly vile. Alright, children. What should I play this time? Skibidi toilet! Oh my fucking god. I hate children. I hate music. I fucking hate it here. If only Arturia remained a villain. The fact that we get her playable really does kill any enjoyment of the character I might have, and if her theme is anything to go by, her sob story is going to be used to justify a list of crimes that would make Florida men jealous. Much like a VTubing agency after one of their talents tries to kill themselves, Rhodes will tell us it's no big deal, and we'll be expected to move on and trust her. The Pope already has a point about the sarcasm, and if there was any doubt he's right, he's also against Arturia. Real stand-up guy, that Evangelista. Surtur's lore is like the PS5. Neither have any games. I said it before and I'll say it again, I'm happy Surtur has no lore. This awful character whose lone personality trait is being an asshole. She's not clever, unique, or interesting in any way. Just mean. All in the head game, all in the head, the snake controlling her is in the head. Tallulah could have been interesting, but man did Hypergriff fumble the bag on this one. Silverash would be quivering in disgust at this immense blunder. The half-Victorian, half-Yanese dual dragon royalty has some serious DeviantArt OC energy, but there was potential. When she kills Cachet, and he starts essentially saying she would become like him, it seems like a cool idea. In trying to be different, she's doomed to become like him. Turns out, all it means is that after her girlfriend gets murked, Cachet will take over her mind, activate her latent British genes, and using the techniques she learned outside Smith's pub on a Tuesday night in Birmingham, she murders a whole village with a dangerous butter knife, and Cachet takes control. Which means that the main story's villain, from launch to years later when Chapter 8 released, was not at fault for what they did. What a letdown. You want that racial history badly, right? Yes? Alright, I need more transmitter. Go get it. More transmitter? Alright, little rat. I just need a little of that. Ah! Oh, sorry. I get jumpy sometimes when I'm deep in thought. Are you alright? Yeah, my fucking jaw! Holyoke is just worse W. And if you'd told me a few years ago I'd be saying that about an Arknights character, I wouldn't have believed you. When a character is treated by writers in the narrative as a genius, unfolding a grand Machiavellian scheme, but their plans are stupid and make no sense, I get annoyed. W is no longer in that position. In the main story, she's now a side character, where she's actually a pretty enjoyable minor sassy break from the serious narrative. Holiak is that person all the D&D horror stories tell you about, who is super OP and a total asshole to everyone, because it's just how they are. And even as an English voice fan, her EN voice is vomit-inducingly cringe. It feels like they told Anne Yatko to get in the booth and imagine you're seducing the most disgusting, unwashed cave troll of a Reddit mod you can imagine.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There was a misinput. Calm down! You calm the fuck down! There's a misinput!
Texas is the Seraphine of Arknights. She isn't really, I just wanted to say that. At least Seraphine puts in some effort to try and be a real character. Texas is nothing. She's like the exact same character as Scotty or Glaudia, but even worse, because at least they care about their squad. And don't say it's to protect them, because her actions don't change in the slightest when she realizes that they're there. Replace Exu with a literal apple pie, and nothing Texas does changes. If you still like her, fair enough, Texas fans. But I have just one question. Why should I, as a reader, care about a character who doesn't give a shit about her own story for 90% of it? Bet a lot of you thought Texas would be #1. But alas, there are greater depths, which to arrive at, we must ironically head to the mountains. Dagenbrecker may well be the single most bland gacha game character I have ever seen. She has no personality or character. She is merely a bootlicker with one of the most cringe-inducing backstories I've ever seen. From what I've seen, oh, she was born in a place that values arts above all, but she doesn't have arts. Oh, but she's extra resistant because she can't use arts. This is literally the plot of an awful seasonal isekai. And not only is the plot the same, but the dull main character who could be swapped out for a dead fish with googly eyes is also super overpowered, and no one can beat her for seemingly no reason, even though arts are insanely OP. But I guess she just breaks every rule or consistency in the Arknights universe. Biggest mistake to date from Hypergriff with regards to playable characters is Dagenbrecker, even more than Arturia. You know the drill, these are characters who take the L, but not a big enough L to make the list. I don't have much to say about W. She's a lot better in the second main story arc, and after Holiak basically just stole her main character syndrome, she's not so bad anymore. Man, I'm so bored. Joyce, can you do something interesting? Activating Youth Entertainment Program. Gooning protocol engaged. This stupid fucking kid is seriously hogging all the skins. Three. The queen of wasted potential. She's had 2 full events worth of chances, and she's still just kind of there. Not really doing anything. Shishao Neural. Like, that's it. She's just Yan Neural. Supa, I don't want to fight you on this. I think we can both agree Istina's the worst bear. But I have to be honest. Neural is my least favorite character in Arknights. She's just a Mary Sue. Neural is morally perfect and is always capable of creating not just a good solution, but a perfect one to every situation. Don't get me started on the end of the major in Near Light. Oh, we can both go to the hall and win.
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Everyone who is good and righteous is on her side, and everyone against her are the bad guys. As mentioned in previous videos, the slaveholder is also on her side, but she's one of the good guys, apparently. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, Neural is a Mary Sue. She is perfect, everyone good loves her, she can do anything she tries at a high level instantly, just look at her swapping weapons pre-major and still winning. But why is that worse than the 2-0 burgers before her? Neural actively harms other characters' involvement and development. Every warning from Wiener she ignores ends up turning out fine. He doesn't get to contribute to the event. Viviana is interested in Neural because she sees her as a perfect fairy tale hero. Will she ever have to confront that she's not perfect? No. Maria's dream of being a knight like she's heard stories of since she was a kid immediately swapped out so Neural can take the spotlight without seeming like a bad or selfish person. At this rate, Neural could blow up 12 children's hospitals and then, oh boy, here's an NPC whose arts can see the future, and every child there would be a murderer. This character is so mind-meltingly frustrating. Reading stories with her feels like edging with gloves made of fucking razor blades. I am what they call, in the business, a Roingus-pilled science-maxing Jerboa cell. Hell yeah. Roingus for life.